I'll ask you some questions. So tell us who you are and what you do.
My name's Jacqui Delgado. I am a holistic wellness coach and hypnotherapist. And what do I do? I help women who are dealing with health concerns that want to work on their healing. So whether they are trying to lose weight, whether they're whether they want to stop eating sugar because they're pre-diabetic,
Mm.
any health concerns like that, I offer support with that along with hypnosis. So I offer, my whole program is called Love in My Bod. And the whole premise of the program is how do we love our bod and how can we love our bod more and how can we inject love in every plate of food that we eat and every
Mhm.
thought that we think, so that we can expand our lives and have healthy hearts and have a healthy spirit when we're eating, so that we're eating things that love our bodies, and that we can love and kind of uh, continue on our path of wellness. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Mm.
Well, can you share with us where you're at before we started working together?
Where was I at? Um, I was trying to learn how to post on my own and create content on my own. And I soon learned very quickly that I needed guidance and I needed coaching, and I didn't know where to go or what to do. And I asked a girlfriend because she is familiar with several coaches and she recommended you.
Mm.
She just said that you had a really calming, kind demeanor and that you were extremely, you just had a wonderful program and that you over delivered and that she just knew that I would grow. And that's exactly what happened. She was spot on, completely spot on. Yeah. Because it's really great. I mean, it was totally word of mouth. Like Adriana was like, you know who you really want to go with? I can see you working with Khadija. She's really got I know you and I know that you really like calm spirits. So I know that,
Oh, I
you know
so
what I
thank you
mean? She's
for
like, I know your
that.
personality and I know what works for you, and Khadija will work for you. I've only heard phenomenal things about her,
Oh,
and I was like,
that makes
um,
me feel so good.
yeah, because even though I'm a dynamic and I'm expressive and people think that I'm like this big extrovert, actually I'm very soft and I need a soft approach, a loving approach, and just a grounded, very grounded approach.
Mm.
And I move, I just, I, some people, I don't know what happens with coaching, but some people thrive with a little bit more hard pushes. And I don't,
Mm.
I don't. It's kind of like, give me a little space. I usually work a little slow, but I get things done kind of thing.
I appreciate hearing that. And can you say a little bit more about, you said you were feeling stuck around posting? Because I feel like people will relate to that. What did that look like for you?
Sure. So I would sit and I would create, I would sit for hours and I would just brainstorm, 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 brainstorm. So I had pages and pages of brainstorming of what I was going to say for my website, not understanding that I could possibly use some of that content for Facebook or for other posts. Um, so that's where I felt stuck. I just really didn't know where I was going to post, how I was going to post. I didn't understand the process of posting. And now I have a better understanding of how often I should post, how quickly I can create content,
Mm.
how you can actually create content from other posts and build on that. And now how you can actually, create individual posts from one, you know, larger post.
Yeah.
Um, so like I'm not so stuck. It's just like it's more expansive. Like I've grown. I've
Mm,
definitely grown as an entrepreneur and understanding how to market myself. Whereas before it was um, just very narrow. I didn't understand how I was going to move forward with all of this, and I was confused and I was fearful, and and I knew I needed help, and that's exactly what I got working with you. Just I completely expanded in my ability to market myself, and even my confidence to even think of doing a post like a recorded post on Facebook, which is hopefully the next step for me. So
yeah,
yeah.
beautiful. So can you share with us what kinds of results you produced during the program?
Sure. So I think within the first, I think it was the third week I posted and I got a client that week. So I think it was a recommendation that we start posting right away. And my post, of course, took me forever because I was creating it. But once I put it out there, I immediately I got a client within I think a day or two,
Mm,
and I signed her on that week. So I you know I had this big goal of getting 7 clients, but I signed her on, and I just thought this is great. And then I posted again a couple of weeks later, and then again I got another client. So I've gotten 2 clients so far, I think in 4 weeks. And then for my post that I just did on Monday, I got a referral for another client, and now she's asked me to send her the person that wants to refer. She asked me to send a an email so that she can send the email to a girlfriend of hers who doesn't do social media. So she's going to send that to her. So that's another potential client.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. Was
Mhm.
there any part of you that was surprised that people would respond?
I think the first time, no, because I just felt really confident that I would get someone would sign on. Someone had to sign on, right? I
Yeah,
just kept thinking someone's going to sign on. They've got to. The second time, I just thought, well, we'll see.
yeah,
The first one is kind of like, you know, uh, when you're new at something and you get really lucky when you're doing something new and everything works out. So the second time I posted, that person got back to me that day that I posted and wanted to talk to me that evening. And I was not prepared. I didn't know that I would get a response. I just didn't even expect it. And I did. It was immediate. It was completely immediate. And then I had to kind of backtrack, and she tried to schedule herself. And so that was fun and funny. And I had to, reconfigure the calendar, and clearly that all worked out and she signed on. So
beautiful.
we're, definitely had our first session, and it was really incredible. And so we're moving forward on that. Yeah.
I'm so happy. Congratulations on getting clients so quickly. What would you say to someone who was considering the Client Creation Queen program?
Oh, I would just recommend it strongly. If you want to create content like a queen, if you want to just show up like a queen, if you want to just feel like a queen in your coaching or in who you are and how you show up as a coach, this isn't necessarily this is how to coach, but it's just like how to create clients. I definitely would recommend it because you will grow. You will
Mm,
definitely grow. um, and you will start feeling expansive by the time you're finished completely with all of the knowledge that you provide us. There's just it's just a wealth of knowledge, and there's so much to grow on now.
mm.
um, yeah, definitely.
Well, you've really, I'm really so proud of you and everything that you've created. Any thoughts about like what the community has felt like for you?
Oh, the community's been great. It was just, there's nothing like coming together with a group and watching how your peers are growing as well. And when they post, you get motivated to post. When they create maybe like let's say I can't remember, like a Facebook group or they report that they found that they're going to be on a podcast, or they're going to collaborate with
Yeah.
other coaches. It's just invaluable. I mean, these are things I just didn't realize that you could do as a coach. So yeah, I just thought the community was extremely supportive, just a wonderful group of women that just had your back and that you knew were cheering for you. And there's nothing like that feeling, especially when you're just starting out. You just really want to start out feeling confident that if you fall or you feel like you're going to fall, you're not alone, and you're not going to fall, you
Mm,
know? So yeah.
beautiful. And do you have any advice for someone who hasn't got, sold their packages yet? Like, what would you share with them?
What would I share with them? I would share to keep posting and to never give up.
Mm,
And that if you've ever had a dream in your life to do what you're doing now, you just do it, because there is something that I have, and that all of those coaches out there have, that someone needs. That there's that one person out there that needs exactly what you have to give them.
mm,
So don't give up, and don't think for a minute that there aren't other people looking at your posts. That's the other thing that I've learned, that
mm.
even if you do post, it's getting in their psyche that they can come back to you and think about you. And I think that's what happened with you. You posted several times, and I finally was like, you know what? I think I definitely need to go with this coach.
Mm.
Um, and so that's great learning and great understanding that your post doesn't, not everyone's ignoring your post. They're out there, and even if they're not liking, they're watching you, they're following you, and you just keep showing up for the work, and the clients will come.
Such great advice. Well, I'm wishing you continued success. And I think the work that you're doing, Jacqui, is so beautiful and so needed. And thank you so much. I was so glad to have you in the program.
Thank you. So wonderful. Thank you, Khadija. It was just an honor. Really, it was just such a wonderful experience. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.